In the next episode, I'll post the reassembly video. Thanks for watching.